So we're back with another case review, and this time we are trying something new, which is we do a build and then we're gonna share our personal experience throughout the entire build process. And from here, we are gonna break down this case and see what are the good and bad designs and what you can expect for the price you're paying. You may not heard of Geometric Future because for some reason they are not really well known in some part of the world. But the good thing is that since their last few models, they have started making their brands known to others. Especially I've seen that some of the popular YouTubers have started cover Geometric Future cases. For example, like this Model 5 we have here. There are plenty of YouTubers talking about the glass model. But to my surprise, not many people talk about this vent model. And which is why I specifically requested for this model and want to see like what kind of difference we can expect from this one. So first thing first, the Model 5 is like your standard ATX case, but with a lot of ventilations at the top, at the front, and on the other side of the case, which we will talk more about it later on. Tempered glass side panel is secured in place with pegs, and the glass is quite thick and heavy. So we're gonna stick it out. One thing to take note is that the side panel is not secured with any screw at all. So we will have to take extra care when you are handling the case. So from what you can see here is obviously all your components are well laid out inside here. And the motherboard they can support is actually up to eATX motherboard. So for a case of this kind of size, I think it is quite impressive to be able to support such a large motherboard. And you might notice something is missing from this compartment, which is the power supply. The power supply is located at the top of the front side, which is covered by this metal shroud over here. We will go to the other side later on. One thing is quite surprised to me is that this case is not like your currently popular dual chamber kind of case, because from the front here, obviously you can tell it is not that wide. Obviously you can see like, oh, why is there like a space here? I mean, this is for the power supply. But if we start to like taking parts apart of these panels, the top cover is also ventilated. However, there is no dust filter on it, which is a common theme for this case, because even for the front panel is front cover. Even the front cover does not come with any dust filter. It is just basically the metal mesh and that's it. It can be a problem if you live in a kind of dusty environment. The reason why you want to get this vented version is that you want to put intake fans at the front. As for the front I/O ports over here, which I already taken apart the case, I mean, you got two USB Type A port, one USB Type C port, 3.5mm combo audio jack, your power button and the reset button. And there are two activity LEDs, one for the power and the other one for the hard disk activity. So some of you might wondering why there is this piece of metal here. It is because you can put figurines in your case. This display rack is much more useful if you use it with the glass version of the Model 5, because you have like two different angles to look at your figurines, while this one you have the front mesh that blocking your view, but nonetheless they still keep this rack for you to display, just that your figure will be the one that enjoying the intake fan, so they will always be cool. And then remember what I said about the front panel don't have the dust filter. Again, all the dust will be accumulated to the figurine. I mean, that's a problem if you live in a dusty environment. Now, speaking of the fan configuration, Oh, there's a lot of ways you can play around with this case. The case itself comes with 5 fans pre-installed. 3 at the bottom. I'm not sure if the camera is catching. There is another one on the other side here as an intake fan. So 4 intake fans and 1 exhaust fan at the back. All of these 4 intake fans, they are reverse blade design, so that when you have everything configured like this, you can just see the fan blades by itself, which you don't have to like look at the back of the fan. And I have a 360 AIO installed on this case. That means I have another 320mm fans at the top. You can also install 420mm radiator at the top. It supports up to that. That means 340 fans at the top is not a problem. And since there are plenty of space or the gap between the motherboard and the top panel, you can actually do push-pull configuration for your AIO if you want to. Just that you will probably need to take note of this power supply cover, because if you use 140mm fans, the fan can get really close to this piece of metal, which the front fan, the wiring configuration, you might need to be a bit of creative with your cable routing. As for the front, you can see I installed 2 additional fans, 120mm fans. You can install 3 of them, just that I ran out of fans, so I just put 2 of them. As for you can see there are rails supporting 140mm fan as well. Just that you can only install 240 because you don't have enough space for them to put it there. If you want, you can also install another 360mm radiator at the front for your GPU if you want to do dual loop cooling for this one. Now, speaking of the fan filters, they did not forget about the filters at the bottom. It just have to be slide out like this. Quite straightforward and easy to clean. And I only hope they actually included something like this for the front panel, especially for the vent version, but yeah. So shifting our focus to the other side, again, same, you just need to pull it up. The rear piece of the frame comes off. Again, no fan filters or anything, it's just mesh. I quite like this design because actually they leave a space here with a geometric feature design. Not too bad. You can easily purchase a third-party magnetic fan filter if you want to. And here is the specialty about this case, which is the placement of the power supply. Remember, a lot of the time when we build a PC, most of the space are wasted when it comes to the motherboard front. So they just relocated the power supply from the bottom or the top to the front here. I think this is a genius design because you actually utilize the space here, and then you don't need to like increase the height of the case. As you can see, this is actually just the height of the motherboard itself, and just a gap here for the radiators at the top. It's not tall at all. Just that one thing which I think they probably forgot about it, which is the space here for the cable coming out from the power supply. Do keep in mind that this power supply is using modular design, and I already cut down a lot of those unnecessary cables. But at the end of the day, you still need a 24-pin EPS. Your GPU, if you use PCIe, then it would be quite a nightmare if you have like 3 PCIe power if you come out from here. The GPU we have here are using the 16-pin 12-volt high power connector, which is just a single cable. Is already giving us so many challenges to route everything coming out from here. I also want to point out that this space also shared by the front I/O cables. So obviously it is very cramped at this part. We have gone through a lot of challenges to route through, especially this cable routing hole. There's a whole cable routing hole here, a small hole for everything else to route from the power supply into this back part of the case. I have to say there are plenty of cable management space at this part. No issue at all. Just that this part is a big problem. I think they could have done something better instead of like opening just a small hole here. Maybe forget about this support. Put it here and here. I know it is a bad idea, but yeah. And then there's a fan intake over here, which is just now we already mentioned. Now you might seen their website saying that you can also install another 2 fans here. As you can see, there are 2 fan slots here. I don't think it is a good idea to install fans here because number one, I don't know if you need any cooling from this side or any intake. And another thing is that when you have all these cables coming out from the back here, I don't think it is feasible to do so, to have fans to install here. Now we're coming to the back side of the case. The first thing I noticed is that they have caught up with the latest trend, which is they're offering external cable management hooks or loops, so that, for example, this power cable, you can make sure it always stays with the case and then you just like tie it down. Especially when you have a lot of accessories or stuff that coming out from the back I/O, you can just tie them up here. It looks tidy for those who are very OCD with all this cable management and stuff. And as you can see here, this part of the PCIe I/O cover, you can actually remove it by unscrewing a few of the screws around here, and immediately we can turn it 90 degrees to support vertical mount GPU. However, the vertical mounting for the GPU, for example, the PCIe riser card is not included with the case, which you need to purchase separately. Another challenge with the vertical mounting is that if you have bottom mounted fans over the bottom here, you might need to do some adjustment or supporting the GPU, especially if you've got very heavy GPU. It might touch the fan blades if it sags. Now, since we are talking about the GPU sag, the case do include a GPU support tool right here. It is very difficult to show you. I think this is the weakest part or design of this case, simply because the GPU anti-sag support is just a simple metal piece with no special adjustment to the angle, and it's secured in place with just a single thumb screw. And it is definitely will not be able to support if you do vertical mounting design. Okay, to conclude, the Geometric Future Model 5 Vent Edition, like I said, the reason why I requested for the Vent Edition is that I wanted to find out what kind of differences I can expect between the glass and the vent. After building this case, my recommendation is that you should go for the glass edition if you want to maximize the use case of this particular model. Because of this showcase rack, having a front glass is an excellent showpiece to demonstrate whatever you have inside the case. For the vent edition, if you want to have the flexibility between showcasing your figurines and still having slightly better cooling performance, in my test scenario, I managed to observe a 1 degree Celsius temperature drop in the GPU and the CPU temperature when I'm doing a maximum load test. Just that there are some hiccups for this case. I think they can do better. For example, this flimsy GPU support and this very minuscule space for your GPU cable. In fact, I think having a SFX power supply is a better option for this case. Other than that, for the price of $149 US, you're getting 5 fans and kind of good looking case if you ask me. So it is not really a bad case, but it could be better if you ask me. Nonetheless, I think that's all I want to share with you about this Geometric Future Model 5 Van Edition. If you guys have any questions about this case, you can leave it down in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.